Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I am going to be going on a low FODMAP diet because I have IBS and find it really difficult to work out what foods trigger me really badly, what doesn't. I know that I have a lactose intolerance and I thought it was just a lot easier for me to sit and completely strip back my diet and find out exactly what is wrong so that I can get rid of all the symptoms of IBS. So if you don't know, it's basically when your digestive system does not like certain foods and reacts quite badly to those foods. So for example, if I was to sit and have a tub of Ben & Jerry's or a cheese pizza, I will get really painful bloating. It is really sore, it hurts, it makes me look like I'm pregnant, I can't suck it in, it makes my stomach like cramp on itself. I also get really bad kind of bowel movement. This is a very TMI video, you can't talk about a bowel disorder without like getting into detail, but it basically means that I'm either going to the toilet a lot or not at all for about a week. So it's honestly the most annoying thing ever. It makes you fart loads. It's just a brutal thing to have. And I feel like I could sit here and sugarcoat it and just not say any of the side effects and the symptoms, but that's the kind of problem that people don't talk about that maybe needs to be said more. So a blogger I know named Scarlett has also released a book on IBS, which is really great. Definitely worth a read. If you want to have a look, I'll pop it in the description box. But it is a common problem and I think people need to kind of be a bit more open about it. And that leads me to doing the low FODMAP diet. So what I'm going to be doing is stripping back my diet completely and working out exactly what causes my IBS symptoms. So that means going back to what is called a low FODMAP diet, which is basically foods which are not triggering to 90% of people. So what that means is you have like a base list which you can find really easily online. I'll pop a link in the description to the ones that I've found. There's also apps and stuff online. But essentially you go back to basics, you have this normal diet for about a week, 2 weeks, and then you slowly start reintroducing other foods and just see kind of what triggers you. So you keep a food diary every single day, you track everything you're eating, and then you basically pick up on like different things that maybe affect you. So for example, if you put a bit of hot sauce on something and suddenly your bloating got really bad, then you could maybe know that hot sauce is a bit of a trigger, and then if you try it again and it does the same, you kind of know that that is what causes your IBS. It's basically a really simple way of doing it, and it's essentially what the doctors tell you to do as well if you are suffering and they're trying to work out exactly what's wrong with you without literally being like pricking needles in you and stuff. Now this video is actually sponsored by a brand called Nutribuddy, who I've used in the past and really loved, and they are going to be helping me along on my journey to kind of working out my low FODMAP diet. So Nutribuddy has a wide range of products and I am going to be trialling a few of their new ones, which are here. There's lots of stuff that I literally can't pick up. Basically, they are vegan protein, it's gluten free, there's loads of different products in the range, and I'm just going to talk you through the ones that I've got, but also throughout the video you'll kind of see different things as well. So I actually have what is called the meal replacement bundle, which costs around £49, and it's honestly one of the easiest ways to kind of get a try of everything on the site, and it also means that you get everything ready to kind of aid you on a diet or on a low FODMAP diet or whatever it is that you might be doing. But also if you are looking for just really good protein for like a workout or just supplementing to your diet, it's a really great place to go if you are lactose intolerant, because their vegan protein is so good. But to talk you through the range a little bit, so the first product we've got is the high protein sculpting shake. Now this is gluten free, vegan, really good for you, and I got the shade vanilla because I just thought vanilla is the most basic flavour. It's really yummy on its own, but it also substitutes other things really nicely, whereas like chocolate and strawberry and stuff maybe need a bit more specific taste. So my thought with this was that I could put it with raspberries, I could put it with banana and like peanut butter, all those kind of things, and make really delicious milkshakes and kind of shakes for post-workout, because I do work out nearly every single day. So that is number one. Number two is what I've actually had first thing this morning and I really loved. So this is the breakfast oats, which you put into a shaker. You add some kind of oat milk or like a nut milk or whatever it is that you might fancy. You put a couple of scoops of this in and it's basically like a substitute to breakfast, but actually really handy if you're someone like me who doesn't really like having breakfast but probably should. Then we have this one, which is Shake Complete. This one's actually chocolate flavour, and this is again gluten-free, organic, vegan, really yummy. What I'm going to be doing throughout this video is sharing with you kind of what I eat on a low FODMAP diet. So I'm going to be talking you through my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, and basically just show you how I do a low FODMAP diet as a normal person. Just a normal diet of a normal girl living her life in London. So without further ado, I'm going to head on and share with you the clip from this morning, which is me having my little breakfast shake for the first time, and then lead into the rest of the video. So I hope you enjoy, guys. Good morning, guys. So I'm in the kitchen. It is about 8:30 in the morning and I'm about to make my first smoothie slash breakfast shake with Nutribuddy. So I thought I would show you what I've already done. So this is basically the decanted breakfast shake. So this is all of the goodness in here. I've also put the little scoop in. So the one thing I actually loved about Nutribuddy is the fact that it obviously comes in this jar, makes it super easy to hold everything, and it means I don't have loads of like packets and stuff around the kitchen. So I actually have, I'm going to turn the camera and show you, I actually have all of these jars and stuff on the shelves already. So this actually fits really nicely on there, and it means that it's kind of out the way. It doesn't look kind of awkward and stuff in the kitchen. Really handy and convenient. So I'm going to make myself a little shake with this, and the nutrient booster is still in a packet, but I've also got my little shaker here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and make that up now. The one thing I actually love about this as well is this really doesn't take much shaking. Like, that is literally all gone from the bottom and all shook up really nicely and no bits or anything, very, very quickly. So I'm just gonna give it a taste for the first time. This is kind of just a plain shake this morning, didn't add anything fancy. Might do tomorrow, but for today I'm just gonna go with this one. So let's give it a try. That's so nice. But I also quite like that it's got the kind of bits in it as well, so it feels a bit more filling. Like, when I have shakes and stuff normally and it's just like milk with powder, you find that it kind of just doesn't really fill you very much, but this is so filling and I really like the bits in it. Okay, back to the desk because I need to carry on working, so I'm going to take this with me. So it's now lunchtime. I decided to have quite a late lunch because breakfast I didn't really have the smoothie until like 10ish. So it's about 2 o'clock and I decided I'm going to make like a really light salad, but put quite a few like veggies and stuff into the salad. So basically what I've got here is a little selection. So I've got some spinach, I've got some baby corn, I've got some baby cucumbers because I thought buying baby cucumbers, these will chop up a lot tinier. I also thought I'd pop in some peppers and also some carrots because I just have quite a lot of these and they need to be used up. And then I've got this lettuce, which is mini Cosberg. I've got some golden blush tomatoes and I'm going to do one of these pepper steak and cut it up into the salad, so that'd be really yummy. So, gonna prepare this now. Don't know how it's gonna go, don't know how aesthetic it's gonna look because I'm not an aesthetic person with food, but we'll see. So it's now the evening and I'm about to make myself some dinner. I've obviously just had a shower and like washed my hair and everything. It is only 8 o'clock, but I thought I'd get that done earlier. And I think I'm gonna make myself a kind of vegetable stir fry with some soy sauce and like sesame seeds and cashew nuts, like just a random medley of things, but obviously all healthy, of course. So I'm about to have some lunch and I decided to go with some avocado with balsamic glaze on some rye bread. Avo toast in other words. Just thought I'd have something really light because we're about to go and sit in the sun for a bit, and where it's really hot I'm just not that peckish. Breakfast this morning was a smoothie, so I actually decided to go with the Shake Complete chocolate smoothie, and I put in that with some almond milk, a banana and some peanut butter, and just made that into like a really nice refreshing shake this morning because I really just wanted something cold and like light, because obviously where it's really hot I just don't want like big filling breakfasts. But in fairness, my bloating is already starting to go down, which is a positive sign because it means that something is going right in my system and I'm not getting really bad IBS symptoms at the moment. So very grateful for that, but let's hope it continues. So it's actually about 5:30 now. I thought I would go downstairs and just make some dinner. So I'm going to show you what I'm making because I'm trying to be a little bit more adventurous and have a really good recipe that I'm going to try out. So I'm excited for this one. I like to eat like plant-based-y things, but I also do enjoy chicken and stuff, so depending on my mood will depend on kind of how I eat and what I eat. But today I'm making this, which is from the Lucy Watson Feed Me Vegan book, which is actually really, really good. It's got really great recipes in it. And then I've also got this one, which is called The New Vegan. They're both really cheap on Amazon. I'll link them in the bio. This is also, it used to be on the side in our old house and water got spilled and it's kind of just wrecked. But I've lost it. Where's my Buddha bowl? Here we go. So yeah, this is like a peanut and tofu Buddha bowl, which looks really, really yummy. So it's got like cucumber in there, it's got sweet potato, tofu, some spinach, some rice, etc, etc. So I'm going to make my version of this. So I'm not putting in this, and I'm putting in some cauliflower rice instead of normal rice, and obviously like the rest of it is going in. So I'm going to get started on this. Good morning. So I am about to make my breakfast smoothie, and I decided today to like mix it up a little bit, and instead of just doing the breakfast smoothie, I'm actually going to do the high protein shake with some raspberries and a bit of raw cacao, because I thought it'd be quite a nice mix up, and it's also quite a nice like sweet flavour, because the breakfast one's great but I get really bored of having like the same breakfast over and over again. So I'm going to make that up now, and then I'll catch up with you in a moment. Also, we're going to have to make do the lighting, because when it's not really sunny outside, the lighting is terrible, so apologies in advance that it's really orange right now. Okay, I've just finished my smoothie. It's single-handedly one of the best things I've ever done. Like, frozen berries with vanilla is honestly one of the best flavours ever, and I'm definitely going to make more of those in the future. So it's a few hours later and I'm about to have my lunch. Very excited because I'm actually making something out of a cookbook, which is something I've been trying to do a lot more of. So I'm trying to kind of focus on getting recipes out of cookbooks and making things that are a little bit out of my comfort zone, because I'm such a creature of habit that I really want to start using like different recipes and stuff. I've got a whole little shelf of cookbooks that it's about time I dusted them off and gave them a go. So for today's lunch, I am making these quinoa and broccoli bites, which look insane. They look so yummy, and I'm thinking they're not going to be too difficult to make because there's not much in them. So let's give them a go and see what I think. And I think I'm just going to have them on a plate with some hummus or something, I don't know, but I'm going to give them a go now. So there we go, that's 3 days worth of a low FODMAP diet, and as you can see, my food had quite a wide variety. There was no restrictions really. I ate really normally. I wasn't just eating chicken and rice, which was my preconception. Like, I thought that was all you could eat on a low FODMAP diet, and I was really wrong. Like, you can actually eat a lot of things. You do have to be a little bit more mindful of like what's in certain recipes and stuff, but it makes you cook a bit more from scratch, which is a really good thing to do, and B, it just kind of made me more interested in what I was eating, because I wanted to cook and I wanted to make good food, which if you are someone who does suffer with IBS, you will know that meals can become quite a stressful thing because you get a bit worried about what's going to make you bloated, if there's something you don't know about. Like, I know that I can't have lactose and spice, and I have a feeling that garlic might also be a trigger. So I used to always get really worked up around making food because I didn't want something that was going to make me bloated for 3 days, or whatever reason that it might make me not want it. But I really enjoyed getting to know Nutribuddy as a brand. I really enjoyed using them in recipes and stuff. I have actually made a few things I didn't share in this video, like scrambled eggs with a little bit of the protein powder in, which sounds really strange to put like a sweet protein powder in scrambled eggs, but it tastes really good, believe me. You put half a scoop in and it's unreal, so it gives you a little bit of a protein boost as well as the eggs. Another thing I really want to do is put it into like protein balls and like cook it into cupcakes and stuff, which I didn't actually manage to do this time around, but I'm definitely going to start doing it this week and find a day where I can just get some more protein goodness, because I really love Nutribuddy as a brand, and I have used them before. There was a blog post from literally about 3 or 4 years ago where I was talking about Nutribuddy, and I really enjoy their brand. I like their flavours, their powders, everything. Like, I just love them. So you can trust that I actually really like the brand and that they are worth buying into. If you did want to look at any Nutribuddy products, I'll leave all the links down below and you can check them out. If you've got any recipe ideas, let me know as well. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed seeing me make some recipes and stuff, which I've never really done before. And thank you so much, Nutribuddy, for sponsoring, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.